I'm Sharon Brantley, and I will be teaching 3 different math classes next year. I will be teaching pre-algebra as a 2-year course for lower middle school students, and then pre-algebra as a 1-year course that will be faster paced, and Algebra 1, which can be taken by middle schoolers or high school students, but it is for high school credit. The art of problem solving is our chosen curriculum that we will be based upon, but as you can see, I use a variety of materials to supplement my teaching with. We have lots of fun. I use a lot of hands-on activities, problem solving skills, and calculators. I will need this kind of calculator for pre-algebra and a graphing calculator for algebra. So I hope you will join me in learning all about math and having fun together next year. Thanks.
That's what I was thinking.
Hi, my name is Ben Harnden. I will be teaching middle school science and high school biology next year. I love having my students do real experiments where they do hands-on activities, so they experience science not just theoretically, but actually. We go outside quite a bit and do projects outside where the kids will do physics experiments in middle school, and they're in an ecosystem. So instead of just learning from a book, they are actually learning from real living things. And so I'm really passionate about finding ways to explain science to kids in a way that they can really understand it. And I found that with hands-on experiments that it really goes deep into their long-term memory, so that instead of just memorizing a bunch of vocabulary, they actually have memories that they can take with them for the rest of their lives, and they really truly understand the scientific process, as opposed to just memorizing a bunch of words that they're not going to remember. Yes. So that's pretty much it.
Yes.
Pause.
Hi, my name is Elora Ramirez, and I'm the instructor for the high school English courses. I also teach novel writing as well as writing for the real world. The primary focus in my class is story. I'm a storyteller myself, and I love talking about the stories we tell as well as the stories that we live. And so in my class, the students, we really focus on it, and what I try to get my students to really pay attention to is the story they are telling and the stories they are living, and whether those two match. And paired with that as well is the story they want to live in the future. And with that, we do the thought leaders and the authors that we study. We also focus on the stories they tell and the stories they've lived. And through that, we get tons of discussion and a lot of thought and dialogue on what it means to tell a good story. So I really hope to see you in my class next year.
Hi, my name is June Turner, and I teach high school math courses at Firelight Academy. I try to gear the content and instruction of my classes to the skills and goals of the students in a class. And therefore, I don't decide on the curriculum until I know the mix of students who have signed up. And that is why I also cap the number of students in a class to 8. I want to make sure that each student understands each concept before we move on to the next. I am so excited to meet my new students for next year, and I hope that includes someone from your family.
Hello, my name is Lisette Gurley, and I'm a science teacher here with Firelight Academy. This year I'm teaching chemistry, but next year I'll be teaching physics, and we're going to alternate years, 1 year chemistry, 1 year physics. I think the one thing that I enjoy the most about teaching science is the laboratory activities. I'm super excited about labs, and I try and have a lab every class period that we're not doing some kind of test. So it is a huge component, and we use actual real scientific equipment, and so I feel like it's an enjoyable hands-on experience. I don't know whether a student is ever going to use chemistry or physics ever again once they leave my classroom. But what I do know is that someday they're going to have to solve a problem that is hard. And I want them to be able to use whatever tools are at their fingertips, whether it's a textbook, whether it's the internet, whether it's a chart, to be able to use those tools and to solve a difficult problem. So overall, when a student leaves my Firelight Academy classroom, I really want to make sure that I've produced good problem solvers.